And whatsoever that is not preserved can't multiply. A lot of us make effort to prosper. You don't prosper with a life that is not saved. It is only in salvation that a life can do exploits. So, wanting things is not a problem. Do you have the nature that can get what you are looking after? The things you are after, do you have the nature that can apprehend them? Do you have the capacity to carry on the path of apprehending the things you're looking for? So a life that is not preserved can't multiply. Nobody is really poor. Nobody is poor. Nobody is born poor. People lack things because they lack the ability to save or preserve what they have. Let me say it again. I said nobody is born poor. People lack things because they lack the ability to save or preserve what they have. Planning and separating income should control our expenditure. I'll say it again. I said planning and separating our income should control our expenditure. That is, your income should control your expenses. You don't do expenses more than your income. That is, you don't allow your expenses to outweigh your income. One of the ways you know a poor soul is that he spends more than what he gets. It is stupidity. You know, haven't you seen people that are with iPhones 1.6 million but he doesn't have a shop? He is with an iPhone worth 1.6, 1.5, 1.2. He doesn't have shop. Now he's with that phone. When you want to transport to church, he's looking for different. That is confusion. Now what it means is that he's not saved, and that he does not understand preservation. There are people, before their income comes to them, that is their salary, they have squandered the salary in debt on things that are nonsense. There are people that own clothes sellers. They own clothes sellers. That is, he went and collected clothes from boutique just to do show, and he's owing the clothes seller. Shame. He collected hair on credit, shoe on credit, and then I said, who did you wear it for? The reason why the person was comfortable in that is because he's not preserved. There's no salvation. If there is salvation, he will know that it is his image first. He will care about how people look at him, not what he wears. He will care about how the clothes seller that he went to and told to give her clothes to wear just for an occasion without money will look at him, look at her. So because he is not saved, nothing that is with him is preserved. When things enter his hand, those things keep living. How do you keep something you don't have ability to keep? A lot of us, we keep praying, telling God to give us things, and those things are not forthcoming. The reason is because we don't have what it takes to keep them. We are not yet saved, so God is afraid of losing things. He's afraid of losing things. So those things we ask of, he keep them away from us. May God give you understanding. If you check very well, last year 2025, from January to December, if you can be accurate about it, to check your income, that is the money that entered your hand from January to December, you will discover that a lot of money entered your hand. So much. The reason why in December you didn't have much was because you didn't have ability to save and preserve. I told us now that there's somebody that is poor. People only lack ability to keep what they have. If you understood savings and preservation, it will not be difficult for you to separate your income, because every money that enters your hand must not be spent. It doesn't matter how small it is. I said every money that enters your hand must not be spent. It doesn't matter how small. No matter how small it is, you must separate it. There must be some that will go to savings, there must be some that will go on investment, and then some will go on maintenance. Every man you meet that is financially stable understands it. You know, there are different savings. This money I showed you now, that somebody gave me this money, the person saved it. No, he didn't lose it, he saved it because it will come back. I will show you now our first reading that Jesus saved his life, and then the life he saved took him to the throne. There is something when you behave it, what you do is that you save your life, because there is a place where you keep something, it will multiply back to you. Am I ready, somebody? What does it mean to save? To save is to lay down your life for a spirit that can preserve it. Let me say it again. I said to save or to be saved is to lay down your life unto a spirit that can keep it. Because it will take having the ability to keep a thing for the thing to be kept. So if you try to keep your life for yourself, because you don't have the ability, you will lose it. So if you want it to be kept, to be saved, you should lay it down for a spirit that can preserve it. Hear me please. When you lay your life down for a spirit, the spirit will not only preserve your life, the spirit will preserve your life and the things your life owns. Because when you lay your life down for a spirit, both you and everything you have automatically becomes the spirit's own. So you don't beg the spirit to preserve it. Laying it down is saving it. If you meet every man that does the right thing always, that is, he does not do setback, there's no retrogression for him. Every time he keeps moving, no matter how slow, it is forward ever. Now it happens because the man understands savings. That is, he kept his life where the life is preserved. So something that he laid down his life for, keep moving him forward. It is what you keep your life for that control how far you will go in life. John 10, 17, 18. It will bless somebody. John 10, 17, 18, man of God. Thank you. Yes.
Therefore doth my Father love me.
Therefore doth my Father love me.
Because I lay down my life.
Because I lay down my life.
That I may take it again.
That I might take it again.
No man taketh it from me.
No man taketh it from me.
But because I lay it down of myself.
Because I lay it down of myself.
I have power to lay it down.
I have power to lay it down.
And I have power to take it again.
And I have power to take it again.
This commandment have I received.
This commandment have I received of my Father. Look up wherever you are. He said, therefore doth my Father love me, because I laid down my life. Anybody that lay down his life for God, God will love him. 1, 2. He said, the life that I laid down, nobody will have power to touch it, because I laid it down. In other words, whatever that is laid down is preserved and protected. I don't know if somebody is following. He said, therefore doth my Father love me, because I laid down my life. He said, nobody taketh my life from me, because I have laid it down. So I decided to preserve it in laying it down. I decided my destiny in laying it down. So in laying it down, I saved it. A life that is saved can't lack this. A life that is saved can't dwell in lack. Look up now, look up. Do you know that no matter how small you are gathering, if for instance every day you keep 1,000 naira, every day you keep 1,000 naira, every day you keep 1,000 naira, do you know that you will never be poor? I don't know if somebody is listening now. 1,000 naira every day in 365 days is 365,000 naira. And if you do keep 1,000 naira every day for 2 years, do you know how much you will have? If you do it for 3 years, do you know how much you will have? That is how it is with every life. That if that life is not diminishing, you can't keep the life stagnant. No matter how slow he is growing, as fast growth is there, you can't keep him down. Don't remain stagnant. No matter how slow you will move, make sure you are moving forward. That is why you have to make effort to keep your life down for God, so that God can preserve the life and everything that belongs to the life. My Father loved me because I laid down my life. I can't be touched because my life is laid down. I am using it to serve purpose. I'm a servant of Christian, shepherd of mankind. I live to interpret the gospel of life and immortality. Now I'm recently based in Asaba. Now the spirit I live for will not allow me to lack things. I can't beg for things. I can't cry for it. Why? I saved my life for a spirit. The spirit that saved my life for knows that it is its obligation to provide for me. One of the ways you make your life easy is laying your life down for a spirit that can take good care of it. I want to encourage you. God is faithful. Whatever that is given to him can't be touched by the devil. If you lay something down on the feet of God, Satan won't touch it. In 1 John 5:18, he said, whatever that is born of God does not commit sin. Whatever that is begotten of God sinneth not. He keepeth himself, and he said, the wicked one toucheth him not. To be born of God is to be saved. To lay down your life is to be born of God. He said, if he is born of God, then he will not be touched, because he laid down his life for salvation. But they have to be first of all laying down. If you're listening to me, you don't want to be sick in 365 days. Make Make sure every day that God takes from you. It's the secret of immortality. I don't know what I'm telling you. You know already, I don't forsake. Make sure that God takes from you. I'm not talking about only money. That's not what I'm saying. Every day, make sure something leads you to God. Use your life to service God. You won't beg him to preserve the life. My testimony, I didn't make a mistake. That's my testimony. I didn't make a mistake. And there's no going back. Because I've tasted of his goodness. He's ever faithful. If you thank him for the one he did yesterday, he will do more. Me, I see reasons every day why I should give God praise. Why I should follow him more. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, since I became a preacher, I've never suffered. I've never lacked things. I only pay the price of my calling, because every calling has a price. I've never stayed one day and I said, you know, the other day I was in the midst of pastors and they were saying so many things. And somebody will say, there are times that you will not have 20 naira to do this. And I said, since I became a preacher, it has not happened to me. I've never stayed and I will say, I don't have ticket to go to church. Now this program, I'm supposed to attend it, I don't have ticket to go there. It doesn't happen to me. Because whatever that is preserved, we have multiplication. You don't beg for things when you're preserved. Whatever that preserves you will provide for you. He said, he that is born of God keepeth himself, and then the wicked toucheth him not. Let them down. How you will do it is make sure that they are servicing God. You won't beg God. Look up wherever you are. Do you know that it takes revelation to go up? Revelation is something that God reveals to you personally. That is, it's not something that somebody told you. You were on your own and then God brought it and said, this year, this is how you will relate with me. This is how you must live. There are things you must not do. It's the way you must not live. Revelation. It's not because pastor said it. It wasn't your pastor that told you. You had it from God. And then you decided to follow up what you had. There are things you won't struggle with. The reason why sometimes some of us struggle with some things is because we don't have revelations. If the Spirit talk to you and you have ears to hear what the Spirit is saying, there's a way you relate with it. I discovered that since I became a preacher, I discovered that people that has come far around me are people that have ears to hear the Spirit. There are times that when I call people sometimes to say, see, they will tell me, okay, that they had it, this is a confirmation. And what it means is that before I brought the message to them, they already had it. I was just confirming what they had, because they had ears to hear from God. If you're listening to me, God has not spoken to you something personal. It's not something that concerns every locus, something that concerns you alone. Then he's not ready to do something tangible yet. It's just like the person that I told you this morning came and said, this is it. That is personal. I can't remember telling him anything. It was God that ministered to him, and he chose to keep what he had. You have to choose to behave something if it will be well with you. When I mean choose, it's not to hear and get enthusiastic about what you heard. It's not just that, because sometimes some of us, we hear this and get enthusiastic, like very, very happy. Oh, this will change my life. It will take more than being enthusiastic. It will take determination. It will take determination, because you see, that thing you had that is meant to move you forward, Satan will fight it. If it is true that it will move you forward, Satan must fight it. There are times that when you will need to behave that thing, that is when there will be so more challenges. It is Satan to make sure you don't keep it, because he knows that if you keep it, you will prosper from it so much. Man of God, 1 John 5:18.
We know that whosoever is born of God sinneth not.
We know that whosoever that saved his life sinneth not. Now, this sin here, let's talk about it. This sin here is not I don't smoke, I don't fornicate, I don't take alcohol. No. Do you know what God calls sin? It's a distorted thought. It's a distorted thought that make men to behave something they are not meant to behave. That is, somebody that is lost is not in charge of himself. He's where God does not want him to be. It's not I don't smoke, I don't drink. You need to first of all be in a place where God does not want you to be before you will behave something that you're not meant to behave. If you're where God wants you to be, and the nature of that place is moderating your life, you can't behave something contrary to the place. So what makes a man a sinner is living where God wants him to be. I don't know if I'm blessing somebody. You don't call a man that is where God wants him to be a sinner. He can't be a sinner irrespective of his mistakes. Why? God knows that you are a man. You can't be 100% perfect. So as long as you are dressing and keeping the garden, God believes that you are perfect, because God measures perfectness from the stability of a man on the path of purpose. I don't know if somebody is getting it. Yes, he measures it from the stability of a man on the path of purpose. If he stays, then God will believe he's perfect. Ability to stay is not cheap. That is where the problem is. Ability to stay. You will see all manner of things happening. You'll be experiencing all manner of chuku. What those things are doing is to push you out of where you are. Nothing else. Is to push you out, so that what you are meant to experience, why then you will never experience it. So whosoever that is born of God does not live where God wants him to be. In other words, saves his life, because he stays where God wants him to be. To be saved is to stay where God wants you to be. In one of the night vigils, I told the people here, I said, God told Adam, he said, stay here, eat from this tree, don't eat from this tree. And the Bible says, in the garden, there were 4 rivers, there were fruits. The Bible said every morning, lion will come to Adam and say, good morning, sir. Cobra will come to him and say, good morning, sir. Lavienta will come to him and say, good morning, sir. Elephant, all the animals that God created will come to him and say, good morning, sir. At the cool of the evening, Bible says God will come to say, Adam, how are you? Adam still preferred to go outside that place. A man that was already enjoying this privilege chose to go out. My question is, what was he looking for? was not struggling to get water. He was not struggling to get food. He was not struggling to get shelter. He was not struggling to enjoy a relationship with us. We are keeping him company, and then he still preferred to go out. I said, what was he looking for outside? When he on that top, it was something that wanted to destroy him that pushed him out. You will never get outside. The only thing you are meant to get on the, there are things you can only get on the inside. I don't need somebody to get what I'm saying. Am I blessing somebody? I said there are things you can only get on the inside. If you go outside, you will never get them. That is why you have to watch. On Monday morning, you decided to go out. That time you went out, was it the time you should go out? That Monday morning, the spirit was saying, wait. You got up by 6 o'clock. You say, La Hosanna, Pado Hosea, Yahweh, Mala Hosanna. And then the spirit came and said, I'm here. Now let's do business today. Don't go out by 7 o'clock that you wanted to go out. Wait till 11. The spirit that told you to wait till 11 had a business for you. But the system that raised you, that does not want you to amount to anything good, when it was getting to 9 o'clock, the system started pushing you, telling you, can't you go? They're looking for you in the shop. Who is looking for you in the shop? There is nobody looking for you in the shop. The one that is looking for you in the shop is the one that wants to kill you. Because if the one looking for you in the shop is important, the spirit will not come to you and say, wait. If that one is important, the spirit will be the first person to tell you to go and meet him. So, because he didn't see the spirit when the spirit ministered to him, he ran into the room, did fire brigade beating, and then wore clothes that one side was looking like I don't want to offend somebody, and then ran out. And if don't you see some people on the street while they are walking, they'll be walking like they are mindless. Have you not seen them? You see somebody walking, he will just be walking like. Now that thing you see is confusion from the pit of hell. A spirit ministered to him, and then he ignored the spirit, chasing shadow. I don't know if you have seen somebody come to you wearing back of clothes in the afternoon. He wore back of clothes. She wore back of clothes and run powder on her face with back of clothes. And then my question is, when she was rubbing that powder, didn't she see on the mirror that she was wearing back of clothes?
Listen, this is supposed to be. No, it's not showing.
What's the sound? Is it possible for somebody to rub powder with that mirror? And now, when the person was looking at herself in the mirror, she couldn't see that she was wearing back of clothes, and then she wore back of clothes to go and meet a king. That is where her problem started from. Because when she entered to meet the king and the king saw back of clothes, they struck out in her name.
This network is blurry.
The thing that destroyed her was what made her to wear back of clothes. She said the king did not like her. It was the king. It was not the king. Before you met the king, why did you wear back of clothes? It was nothing that made you to wear back of clothes with too much big earrings on your ear. And they rubbed lipsticks, all manner. Here was red, here was green, here was yellow. That was where your problem started from. It wasn't the king. Don't forget, another person went to the king and the king approved her own matter. Why was it that it was your own they declined? The road that plenty people went to, and some people passed it and some went back. The shouldn't say that it is the road that is the problem. It was those that went back that is the problem. Those that went back should go back and ask them why the road didn't accept them.